Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to All World Gaming Rainbow Six Season 1 here. I'm Korbeck, joined by Kizo with Vortex handling production and Schmitty as our observer for today. We have an exciting matchup for you. It's the Pack Smokers versus Kineti Esports. Kizo, I haven't had a chance to see either of these teams play yet, but any thoughts what we might expect here as we get ready to start on Oregon?
Well, I used to play with Wolf back in the day when we were both signed to the next Myth roster, and interesting time. I don't know how much Wolf has improved since then, but I know that that next roster was garbage, quite frankly.
Oof.
We all sucked, and so I yeah, basically I know that he used to play with Bands a lot, and Bands has really improved since then. He currently plays for Dojo, if I remember correctly. He subbed in for a Sign Out Sins game in ACL the other day and just walked over the competition. So if Wolf has improved anything in the sort of way that Bands has, I think this is going to be a very interesting match. But overall, I've never seen Pack Smokers or Kineti play, so I can't really speak
Okay.
to the teams.
Well, there you see the bands coming out now. Your standard Thatcher taken out, Nomad being removed from the equation here, and then Amira coming out on the side of the Pack Smokers there. I don't necessarily know. Well, Kaii's he's pretty all right. Poor boy gets banned a lot, but I don't know about Nomad. That's an interesting one to me. I don't know how you feel about that.
I've seen Nomad become a more popular ban on Oregon recently. It used to be that a lot of people would either do like a double hard reach ban or I mean in ranked you always see a Jackal ban, but that's ranked.
Yeah.
I think Nomad has a lot of power on this map considering there are three staircases. There's the white slash freezer stairs, there is the main stairs, and there's the tower stairs, and there's just not a good way rather than on some maps where you can dedicate somebody to a full flank watch. There's not a good way to watch all of that without like a nomad or a gridlock.
That's
um
very
and
that's very valid.
and here we're gonna see uh 1 second, my that's kind of pixelated. I can't see his name, but we did see a zero pick coming out from
Yep.
Binds. That's what I thought it was, which is going to be likely a substitute for that Nomad. He can put up nice flank cams and whatnot, and that is going to be it's less effective than a Nomad trap on a certain area, but it still gets the job done.
Yeah, it definitely increases the potential for your flank watch, right? Just bringing more cams to the equation. I will say you're much more up on zero than my co-caster Matt was last night, who kind of kind of trashed him. And I didn't necessarily disagree with what he was saying, but I think he was maybe a little disappointing for
Yeah,
someone who thought he was
I
going to
was
be a little
sitting there on
stealthier.
the I was sitting there on the OBS thinking flank watch. It's for flank watch.
Like,
It's
watch,
for
yeah.
flank watch. The reason I know that is because I'm gonna keep on mentioning Silent Sins partially because my boyfriend is on Silent Sins, but also partially
I
just
know.
because was on Silent Sins. Silent Sins doesn't exist anymore, but they had a flank watch player named Glaucus who would play Zero on Villa every single time and had the best flank cams. Yeah, that's the entire thought behind the Zero pick here. Otherwise, we are going to see an alibi, which I cannot fathom why that was picked.
No.
Yeah,
I was actually almost excited to see Clash because I've seen Clash played here before. I think it was in the Ireland UK finals and actually did
yeah.
major work up in the attic. And no, they switched over to an alibi, which is a very interesting pick indeed. That way, they're just taking a quick look down the hallway. Is Kene Kocho here, or just Kene maybe? Can I? I don't know.
I think it's Kanai,
Can
maybe.
I? Sure.
We should have
There's
asked
a
before the game
famous
started.
ancient battle called Kenai, but it's not spelled that way, so I don't think that's quite a reference. So they've got a little bit of a hole opened up here in the attic walls. Downway hops up onto the balcony, master bedroom, and fires a charge in. But ooh, the smoke coming out quite early there, Kizo, actually, to deny that entry.
Yeah, we are only a minute and a half in, but I think they're just trying to deny not only the entry there, but the wall breach for as long as they possibly can. Ace still has all three of his Selmas in pocket, but Dawei is going to be taking the entry fight there, winning it against the Smoke of all people who had only used one of his smoke grenades. That's not going to be a good pick for the defenders, but there it goes. MKR with two big kills, followed up by Barty. Beautiful plays there. Bynes is also taken down, but Datway replies with one more, but it's not enough in the end as Barty takes the last kill onto the Ash, finishing out in style for the defenders, quite frankly. That was every single kill within, I believe, around 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, that was a quick finish, almost so fast. I was kind of just trying to figure out where it all started to go wrong. To be honest, it was a very slow push into attic. I don't think they felt much pressure coming from that direction at all. The Maverick kind of just slow opening the holes in the wall. We never really saw them do anything too aggressive on that. And then at the same time, I mean, it just I don't know. It just was a weirdly slow push up until the moment that it wasn't. And suddenly everybody was dead. I mean, it was a good entry by Datway through Armory there to just try and put a little bit of pressure on the flank, but ultimately meaningless. Especially not a lot of roam clear. We basically saw, I believe it was Jaeger. He just came all the way back upstairs, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what was going on there for the attacking side. It seems like they got good control of Big Tower. They started to open up the wall, but
Yeah,
in an extremely odd way with that left side hole in
the
the
high
wall.
hole. Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure what that was designed to achieve. However, they did get the entry pick onto the smoke off the armory window. That was a good pick, but they just got slammed with 3 refrags in the other direction, and you know,
what do you
I'm
do?
not
Yeah.
exactly sure what went wrong for them, to be honest. I don't have a good enough view on that, but nonetheless, we are going to move down to a bottom floor site defense here for Kineti Esports, as it looks like it's going to be a full 5-man. Oh, maybe not a blue push. It looks like they're all pushing into Big Tower right now. Just maybe going to try to push aggressively down this back stairs as Jason probably takes out a drone there. But Barty with 2! From where?
He's
Outside
just
the...
running
Oh,
down
that was
security
outside of the
corridor.
garage. He peeked out of the garage all the way down onto the Big Tower door and took out 2 players. That's... Oh, if
That's a
you're pack
disastrous way to start
smokers,
the
you
round.
are hitting yourself right now.
Yeah, you've lost one of your sort of quasi hard breacher and your kind of flank denial here after getting absolutely manhandled by that Jaeger. He'll go and get another one as well. Barney down the kitchen corridor with the
Oh.
triple kill. One more. Oh, we can't
No.
find it on Wolf. Or Wolf, I should say, and Wolf will survive. But now 2v4, pushing into one of the hardest sites on Oregon to take. It's not a situation I would like to be in, I'll tell you that for free, as Edgery starts to push around here, gets a different angle there, covering those basement stairs, sees the head peak, can't find it though. Wolf gets another one. And now a 2v3 scenario, and there's no real ifs, ands, or buts about how this attack is looking. They've shown no other change of direction at the moment either, so we'll see what they're able to do with this one here as Angel just tries to peek some angles. We'll take the drone out there and then falls back for a quick cover of blue.
Yeah, we're going to see the Melusi playing very aggressively around pillar here. Wolf has been on those back tower stairs for a while. Took out 2 players so far, but he's going to need to take out 3 more along with Datway to be able to clutch out this round for his team. Datway pushing in from barrels, trying to push into construction, but that Melusi trap and the smoke grenade are going to make it very dangerous for him, as it does appear that the defenders know where he is, along with Wolf, so they're not going to have the element of surprise here. But if they are able to just gun skill their way through the attack, or through the defenders, my bad, then they do have a chance here. But the element goes out. MKR takes out Datway. Wolf somehow takes out Jason there. Beautiful flick. I don't know how that Aruni, or how that Melusi lost that, but at the end of the day, it is going to be Wolf swinging into sight. Pre-fires onto MKR. He's on a quad kill. Going for the ace right now. Does appear that he knows that the last one is inside of blue, holding close with a high rate of fire. SMG-11 not gonna work out for Wolf. Just so close yet so far on that final kill, not able to clutch it out. But a beautiful 4 kills that was from Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf doing heavy lifting there for his team, trying to dig them out of that terrible situation they were in, starting off with those 2 picks from the garage door peak of all places, and then just never really able to stabilize where the defenders they had the line. It was just Wolf was just too good. He was just hitting the shots. And I totally agree with you. I have no idea how they lost that gunfight down in Boiler Room. He was the Sophia was flashed by her own grenade. She came down and she still got the or by her own lifeline, I should say. Kind of still got the pick anyway, but some spectacular stuff there from Wolf, just not enough to carry him through at the end. But what more can you ask for the last man left alive on your team than to almost get an ace?
Yeah, you're right. It was his own lifeline. I thought it was an Ella mine for some reason, but no. I think they were both stunned, and Wolf just.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess swinging in with the 2 times, or in the angled grip versus the MP5. At the end of the day, he just won that gunfight, and I mean, good for him to be winning that gunfight there. That is just something you should not win, but
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I was talking about how much he used to duo with bands. I think he still does a lot, but he has really improved since the last time I ever played with him or saw him play. It's been a long time since then, but it's really nice to see, you know, players improve and get up to these higher tier leagues and whatnot. I think he really deserves where he is. Bit of team damage coming out there onto Edry. That's not really going to change much, but
yeah, it's on your Echo too. It's still not ideal. Taking a quick peek there, playing a little bit of a game with the Twitch drone.
Is that Twitch drone Shaiko peeking him?
Yeah, it's just a little brave and the bold there as Wolf just blows that castle barricade right away. Goodbye. And then they'll go for the long range hard breach here into shower, looking for some feet peaks. Won't quite find the feet though. It's Kenai Kocho who gets the first pick right there. Wolf and Kenai Kocho getting some more. Oh, the Thermite playing off the stairs to small towers, just racking them up, and I don't think they have anybody left on site here.
Under a minute in, they already have the wall open and 3 opening picks. What more could you ask? If Pack Smokers doesn't win this round, I have lost all faith in them, to be honest, after the last 2 rounds. And then if they Barty's down, and that's going to leave Jason on the UMP in a 1 versus 5. It does have that 1.5 on Council now, but I have no faith. Plant going down, already 50% of the way there. 2-1-0. Plant is now down as he's going to drop into the kitchen area, trying to get any picks he can, but it's evident he knows he can't win that. And Sean, with the final kill, is going to leave a flawless round in the hand of Pack Smokers.
Brutal. There was just gun on every angle. What are you gonna do, really? There's not even good cover for you to kind of set up a situation akin to what we saw Wolf pull off. You're just doomed right there. And the minute that the plant goes down, your life is being counted down in seconds. Unfortunate there for the castle, but just a really good initial start. No hesitation at all, opening up that shower wall. They got the openings they needed, and then they just started racking up kills one after the other. The Thermite gunning was something to be seen from Kanakocho right there. And Well, it's back up now to kid's bedroom. Sean showing us a pick here into an IQ. Might go back to the ace. No, and then once more, Edry coming out on the alibi. And again, just I don't know. I feel like there's other ops you could play that maybe would get you a little bit more value than the alibi in this situation. But they'll run with it regardless. And again, they did well here last time, Kizo. So
They did win it in a relatively convincing fashion. I'm gonna have to say that the alibi is part of their strat. She has well, I was gonna say deployable shield. No, she brings impacts, and that secondary shotgun, and maybe Edry's just extremely comfortable on the MX Storm or something like that. I think there is a reason for why they're picking up the alibi rather than another operator that would theoretically bring more utility to their team. Um, it doesn't mean I understand it. I truly don't. But we are going to see binds with that secondary hard breach gadget, which does appear to be their primary source of hard breach for this site, along with the Maverick. But binds takes a little bit of damage. Appears to be from some sort of spawn peek outside a garage potentially, or
again,
oh, Barty, top armory stairs window likely.
yeah.
And that's not really much has happened in the first 30 seconds, which it sounds weird to say that considering normally nothing happens within the first 30 seconds, but considering this match, I'm honestly extremely surprised to see that nothing's happened. Sean just going for a couple of shots with the G8 on through the big window, as it does appear that Wolf has gotten into a bit of a gunfight, taking about 75 or taking about 25 damage, leaving him on 75. And as the Valkyrie is just going to continue to pre-fire these Maverick holes inside of the big tower. But Kanai is pushed in slightly here as the Zofia is just going to try to stun everything, but he's only stunning his teammate, and MKR is going to swing and take him down. An ill-advised frag grenade there is going to drop. Doesn't take anything down, but Barty is going to go down along with MKR as Wolf and Sean pick up 2 kills of their own, and leaves a 4 versus 3 in favor of the attackers.
Yeah, they should have secured Attic by now as well. Wolf is down, but I don't think they can go for the res just quite yet. While trying to back up and get a little bit of cover. I said they should have secured Attic. They have a tenuous foothold, all things considered, as Edry's down here in server just kind of looking up through the floor. Angel now does have a pretty good idea of where his opponents are. Is getting pushed a bit from the big window and from the kid's window, so he kind of has to play back and forth. He's also kind of essential as a linchpin for holding down Attic as well.
If they lose this smoke here, they lose the round. That's it.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
This smoke is the only thing keeping them alive right now. Edry could maybe get something off the big window, but I'm not convinced. This is the mute here, sorry. Jason's top armory stairs right now. And swing coming in, yeah, gets taken down. Edry does get Sean, but at the end of the day, that's an attacker win, guaranteed almost. Smoke is going to push up into Trophy, trying to peek here onto the game's door. Just going to throw out a smoke grenade instead, as he's going to fall back. But Edry gets one, and the smoke kills Wolf. No, that's going to leave a 1 versus 2 for Binds, almost undoable in the last 5 seconds. Going to swing close. It's the smoke with the shotgun, trying to push out and get anything he can. But Jason's just better in that gunfight and has a superior gun in that close range, taking him down. But wow. How did the planter die?
I don't know. Edry knifed him. Or stabbed him. I don't know where they came from to get that, but somehow got in behind them on that alibi on the rotate and just clocked him in the back of the head and finished him off. It was crazy right there. You were right. I was 100% in agreement with you. When that mute went down and they lost that coverage of those kind of 3 sight lines, that was such a key sort of firing position for someone. I really thought the defenders were going to lose that, but no, the rotate just too quick, and maybe seeing kind of one of the problems we were talking about earlier without that nomad, the flank guarding becoming a little bit more difficult. And Binds, I think, is having trouble playing these cams proactively to watch those flanks. Not that there's probably much he could have done in that situation given where they were, but still, that was a heck of a turnaround. I'll give you that.
So the
You don't see the
issue,
smoke test very often. I was just thinking, like, oh, I can't even think of the last time I saw someone straight up die to a smoke.
10 seconds left.
that round was just because the alibi must have rotated up white stairs. He was in security or she was in security. There's nowhere else she could have rotated up within that time frame.
Yeah.
Why was nobody holding the white stairs? They can either come from armory side or they can come from white stairs. You know one was below. They're likely going to rotate up white stairs. Where's the coverage? That
That's a
is
good
just
question.
that is some lazy post plant coming out of Pack Smokers. As much as Wolf is carrying them on that 7-3, it's just not enough. He has the most kills in the server by 2 right now, right ahead of Barty, and there's just nothing that he can do.
Sometimes you just can't stick it. I don't know. I'd love to go back and actually see exactly who, if anyone, was looking towards that white stairs angle and exactly how someone got close enough to get the melee in, but it's a good kill there. Kineti Kocho striking early again on the Hibana, and they're a little bit more cautious there about those peaks coming out of Armory and Garage. Has bitten them twice this time, so they're gonna have to watch it just a little bit. Kineti Kocho now back up on top. They'll throw in the drone there and go for the looky-loo. Wolf here with the coverage of the electrical room, just waiting to see if anybody's foolish enough to try and push into that rotate, Jais, and getting droned out there for a bit, but nothing too much to be fussed about. Of course, they have Forsaken the Church of Goyo here, so they really don't have a shield for Pillar if that was something that they wanted. Instead, it'll have to be Angel here holding blue. He throws out the smoke grenade there just to clear anyone who was potentially considering coming in through that door. Will now have to reconsider, at least for the moment, the special concoction in the canister, causing all sorts of problems. But the slow build up here, Kizo really waiting to see just a kind of sudden burst of action. I think we'll expect in the next probably 30 seconds. Oh, a good smoke. Actually, a really, really well thrown smoke right there at the end.
Now, while we're waiting here, what do you think is in the canister?
What is in the? I don't know, and I'm too at this point. I'm too afraid to even speculate.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about it, considering there are no
They're all gone.
canisters left, and they still have full elbow control. But Wolf's just gonna drop inside an E-box, go straight into sight, but does get taken out as he doesn't check Harry Potter. Jason taking that one down as Angel refrags or continues to push up on a Datway, and that's going to be the Ashgon, who was already on a low HP, swinging into blue, and yeah, you're not going to win that gunfight. One taken down, as shown, is just going to continue to push there on that one ace, but it's just not going to work out. As Jason takes up binds, and that's going to leave Kanai in a 1 versus 3 on one shot of HP. This is not going to happen unless the defenders actively throw this.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it would take a miracle. He can't even really get to the diffuser, and he won't. Jason there just swings the corner and gets the kill, and it's a good hold on defense for Kineti yet again. All just kind of stalled out around that elbow. Those smokes did go kind of early, but I feel like they killed a lot of momentum because by the time he was using the last one, I think he was holding off 3 people down there.
He was indeed, and it was the Ace, it was the Hibana, and it was the Ash, all trying to push in through that barrels. And an ill-advised push it was, is they just had no... You can only really push from barrels if you have pinching power from somewhere else. You need somebody to push from big tower to try to clear out that pillar's position. You need good flank watch on the big tower player. Like, there's a lot that needs to go right for a barrels, for any push to happen, but specifically for a barrels push, and they just didn't have that. They had Wolf on the E-box hatch, who just dropped and traded 1-for-1, which, it's not the worst thing. At least he made an impact, but it wasn't enough of an impact. It's a play that is quintessentially Wolf, to just drop E-box hatch and walk into sight. But
See what happens.
I personally don't think that was the right play there. And I think that's most of what we're seeing from Pack Smokers, is just... they have a thought, right? They have a decent thought of how to attack something, and it just doesn't work out because of the execution is just wonky. Whether it's one player, whether it's all of the players, there's always something that goes wrong for Pack Smokers, except for that one dynamic attack where the Thermite got a double entry kill, then they followed up with the last 3 and just freaking flawless them. That was well executed, but I think that was more luck and gun skill rather than pure strategy. I don't think against a team that's kind of expecting that, I don't think that would have worked.
No,
But
I
anyway.
agree. And a broken clock is right twice a day, Kizo. They do
It's right
they do
twice a
say
day,
that. Yeah, every once in a while you get one in, and maybe we'll see the twice here, because they are assaulting that same point. But I don't think they'll have anywhere near the luck that they had last time in those opening picks, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult here. Binds there, just doing a little bit of soft breaching there on the buck. Has kind of become the ultimate solo operator these days, but he didn't actually bring the hard breach charge here, so he's forsaken that. Jason here holding
Completely
white
forgot he
stairs.
had that. I
Yeah,
forgot he had a hard
he
breach
really is
charge.
the infiltrator extraordinaire these days with his soft breach and a hard breach. Trying to make up for the loss of those frags. We never forget. Wolf. Oh, Wolf
Oh
dies early.
no, he dies to
Jason.
the UMP all
The
the way out on school bus.
Oh, look at that
Oh
as a pixel
no.
peak angle. That's a savage little one out there. If somebody happens to walk into those crosshairs that way now, trying to get them into shower so they can at least put a pressure from a slightly different angle here. Bynes playing off the window there, looking to shower corridor, checks the room, sees nothing. Now they'll just wait here for a second. They do have Barty trapped sort of in the shower area on that Wamai as the Hibana opens up things here. Sean trying to give him more peek holes in. Kanakocho, oh my lord, what happened to him? Well, doesn't really matter now.
He
Maker
died.
getting the big picks there. Yeah, he died. Edgery strikes for another one as well. Edgery just yeeting in with the Echo drone there. Doesn't even care. As Maker gets one more. Maker with 2 on the round. Barty now just going to push out and finish the job and get another flawless round for Kineti Esports.
Last time we saw a flawless round in favor of the attackers. This time we're going to see a flawless round in favor of the defenders as the... well, I would say the push fell apart, but there was no push to begin with. It didn't even happen to begin with.
Nope.
So, I mean... Wolf got... not really spawn peaked, but he died outside on school bus to a UMP. That's where it started to fall apart. Yeah, the Thermite taking down the low HP, just immediately smacked off the face of the earth. The defenders won every single gunfight there, as the attackers, well, before their last flawless round, they opened up the wall and they got 3 picks off of it, like, instantly. And at that point, you don't really need a follow-up strategy to be able to push into sight and, you just killed the last 2 guys. But here, they opened up the wall, they lost the entry gunfight, and they were just lost.
Yeah. It was kind of a matter of pushing angles, which is something that we talked about. Their attacks tend to end up looking kind of one-dimensional sometimes, and I don't know if that's just a lack of planning or something, but I feel like we got to a situation very similar to the push in through barrels into the blue bunker, where they kind of had an idea where they were going to open up some multiple angles. I think that was the whole point of blowing that wall or that window near shower, remove the castle barricade, and then it all just kind of fell apart, and it was like, well, I guess everybody just concentrate now in the basement or the base of small tower, and we'll see if we can put enough bodies forward. But just
They
not
lack-
working. Edgery on the glass. Whoa, okay. All right.
I think what they're lacking is a pinch. They were all pushing that small tower side. They had nobody going above in kids and dorms to take vertical control. They weren't trying to roam clear. They're just like, we're going to take small tower and bum rush it right in. Yeah, that worked on old Oregon. That doesn't work on new Oregon. To try again.
Yeah, I'm just not taking advantage of the width and breadth of the map, really. And you'll see there Barty popping the window to Armory one more time. Edgery on the glass. You know what? Won't knock it until I see it. You don't really see him that often, but hey, every once in a while. Angel there Jason's going to finally get the open here. I think they wanted to make sure there was nobody waiting down below to just blow those Selmas off. And now playing the window into games, you'll see Angel just hard holding that. Attic still has defenders in it, though, so Angel will have to be very careful as him and Bynes are doing the dance here around those angles. Maker takes some early damage. About half health goes down, still trying to push the big window into dorms with limited success here. And they are actually... Oh, Wolf! Oh, that was a good headshot right there. You love to see it, but Jason immediately trades back, and Jason's just going to go for the plant.
So Jason's in on the foosball table, does get taken down by that way. That ill-advised, to say the least, as Edry just didn't have the angle to cover. Although Angel trades it out with 2 onto Wolf and Sean, and that's gonna, or Sean, I don't even know. And that's gonna leave it in a 3 versus 2. The defenders finally don't have an advantage for the first time in this round. But Barty's gonna take down one more and leaves Bynes now in a 1 versus 2 as he refrags onto Edry, gets one more onto Angel. Beautiful shot as it's now just him versus Barty. He does have the MP5 versus the Ashes R4C. Not exactly a favorable gunfight, but he hits it anyway through the wall. Barty taken down. And Pack Smokers win their first defensive round on the Kidstorm's bomb site.
Yeah, Bynes playing a great round. Has been super quiet on across all those attacking rounds. I think he was 0-5 going into that. And then just suddenly pops off there on the first round of defense. Making the MP5 work for him right there. All things considered. He was indeed 0-5. That's what I thought. I didn't want to mention it because I didn't want to knock him, but it was a rough start. Donut, yeah. I didn't want to knock him. He picked it up. He got 3. He's on the board. No more donut. It's all good now. Jason may have been a little brave and bold. I think fortune favors the bold sometimes, but it definitely did not in that situation. And coming out on a gridlock now, so maybe a little bit of help with the plan. I do love a good gridlock, to be fair. She is low-key one of my favorite operators. Don't know why. Just entertains me to no end to throw down the tracks and then watch somebody shoot them all away. Oh no, they're all gone like dust in the wind.
That's an interesting Goyo shield there. It's facing towards E-Box, which means that they are going to aggressively hold that E-Box there, as well as also having one onto that pillar door, which means that they're going to have to keep big tower control to an extent for this play to work.
Yeah.
And please tell me they actually have somebody playing in big tower. If Wolf isn't playing T3, I don't know if they can win this, to be honest.
I've seen other teams try this. I've seen this done like in the pro leagues where you try and play this shield for this really long sightline all the way through into blue, but it's ambitious. It's a brave strategy. And yeah, I don't know where Wolf ran off to. He might be up there.
Kind of ran back to site.
Yeah. No, they don't have anyone in it.
So they're not holding tower. They're not even trying. I've seen a lot of people play like mid tower stairs, try to like pop a drone or 2 before they fall back to site. Like kill some intel game. But Barty's just in. First 30 seconds of the round, going to go ahead and take care of that barbed wire as he tries to push down the tower stairs. Actually going to go for, still going for a bit of a tower stairs push. They're going to try to take out that that pillar player if they can, and make it a bit easier for them to do a blue push. But it actually looks like they might be rotating here towards more of a main freezer push, as we're already a minute into the round. They have good roam clear control. It looks like most of the defenders are back on site. Actually, all 5 of them are indeed back on that first floor, which means that they don't have to worry about roam. They only have to worry about flanks here. Barty is going to be peeking that meeting hall hatch there, as it was just opened by Edry. And Maker pushing down the tower stairs. Deadway's playing close on the pillar's door, it looks like from up here, as Sean is playing further back onto that actual pillar and the Goyo shield that's there, as a swing from Maker, ill-advised as he's going to be taken down, but no! Traded out! Deadway takes out Angel, but traded out by Barty, and Sean takes out Barty is in return and leaves them in a 3 versus 4, all within the span of about 2 seconds there. Jason pushing close. Smoke is going to switch to the SMG-11, and it works out, taking out the ace. That's all the hard breach you have. Gone is the Hibana. It doesn't even matter. Everybody's just dead. Pack Smokers, second defending round.
Wow. That was a tight defense. Those back stairs turned into the stairs of death. That it all. To be fair, I think it all kind of started with that ill-advised swing by Maker around the top of the banister there on basement stairs. Did not hit anyone. Played it out for a really long time. Took a ton of damage. Backed right off. And the funny thing was, the push was there and to try and kill him, but instead Angel got killed first. Took his head
Well,
off. Was pushing down behind him.
Like Goyle kills Angel, like whoever the Goyo was killed Angel. Barty killed the Goyo, and then Sean refragged onto Barty,
Yep.
and Maker was left on 2 HP on the stairs. The one person that they wanted to kill, they didn't.
The person who started it all.
The person who swung and gave away the tower stairs position
Attackers have discovered the location.
survives. Okay, I'm not gonna complain, but that was just interesting there. As Wolf with the 200 IQ Jaeger setup, just all three of them on that showers hall. I mean, they really want that shield to stay there.
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
do,
I-
they do. That's a big investment.
I don't agree with that, to be honest. Unless you're gonna hard hold Zed, Zulu, Z Hall, whatever you want to call that. I really don't agree with that. I don't think that you can effectively hold that long enough for it to be worth all three of your ADSs. But we'll see how it plays out. They've won their first 2 defending rounds, but I have my doubts, to say the least, on this site. But anyway, we're going to get right into it. 30 seconds have already passed, but nothing has happened because that's the nature of Siege. If something has happened within the first 30 seconds of the round, one of you is doing something extremely wrong or extremely right. And yeah, we're going to see a bit of impact tricking coming out from the Maestro. He's going to end up just giving up that bathroom position once he runs out of impacts. And Wolf just holding upstairs inside of the kid's bedroom. Gonna play off of that hatch. Doesn't have any reinforcements allotted to him though, which is a bit of a weird way to play that part of the map. But the Hibana is going to break a couple of holes into that wall as Maker peeking through the showers hall, and just a bunch of peeks coming out here, but nobody's getting anything off of them. A bunch of hard breach utility has been used trying to push out the showers player, but Fines, who had rotated in there off of the Maestro, as he still has 1 impact grenade left. Oh, almost a shot coming out of Angel, but just doesn't quite hit, as he's going to try to take this side against the Melusi. Almost team stunned, as well as the Maestro peeking out takes about 50 damage off of him, but in the end, it's still a 5 versus 5. It's over halfway done with the round. The hard breach utility has gone out, but nobody's gotten anything from either side. Angel does get the opening kill onto Binds. That's a Melusi dead. 1 impact grenade off the board. And Barty's just pushing into sight. All right, dude. Does almost get one. Oh, no, he does get one. We just flicked away as Sean and Wolf both get 1 apiece. That's Angel and Maker down, as Barty's also down inside of sight. Jason's last one alive against Wolf, who's also the last one alive. Although they might not know that Datway is down. Wolf going to try to rotate out. He's getting pre-fire, but it doesn't matter. Wolf winning the engagement, but what? The Ace just... Okay.
Hey, if it works.
Hey. The Wolf just... Wolf and swinging things he probably shouldn't swing. Name a better duo, as that's going to be the motif of tonight's match. He's over 10 kills now. I know that much. But what?
Yeah.
What is he on? Yeah, 12 and 6. Wolf basically carrying pack smokers to their victory right now. Although most of his kills he got on the attacking half. They went 1 and 5 on the attacking half.
Yep.
So I wouldn't say he's absolutely carrying them. That's a bit of a false statement. But however, we're going to see a flawless rotation coming out from the defenders here, as they've won all 3 sites on their defensive half. They're going to move back up to kids' dorms and bedroom. And yeah, we're going to see a Goyo shield pushed into the corner of the big bunk. That's going to watch all the way probably to the trophy door. And second one is likely going to go inside of attic or closer onto the trope. No, we already have a regular deployable shield on that kid's bedroom door, and the second Goyo shield is going to go inside of attic. So a very good, they've covered all their angles of attack here with those 3 shields, and missing a white rotate, but I'm assuming that's going to change very quickly here. Is yeah, Kanai is going for that white rotate right now. And yeah, it looks like they have, in terms of a good setup, they have all of their bases covered right now. It's just up to how the attackers are able to throw them a curveball that they can't deal with.
Yeah, well, it should be academic site setup, really, isn't it? For second floor dorms, you need to know what you're doing by this stage. Well, we'll see what they can muster here. The kitchen take didn't go so well for the attackers. They really did not have a lot of options. They didn't play a ton of verticality. Angel here in the tower with the Maverick could potentially open up this wall and just put some pressure in from that attic area. You hear already the closet door being breached here, but something's cut those Selmas short. I don't actually know what it was.
Impact trick, I believe. Or no, they
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
impacts. No, they don't have impacts.
What was it then? That's, or maybe that's the whole hole. I
I
can't
think
tell.
that is. I think that is. No, that's definitely the full hole. He used 2 ace
Oh,
charges on
okay.
it.
From my angle that I saw it from initially, it looked like he'd only gotten one off.
It looked skinny, but Maker and Datway are going to trade there. That's your smoke off the board. Why is your smoke
That's
dead a
terrible.
minute and 30 into the round?
Yeah, that's really bad because you've just lost all of that now, and such an essential utility. I mean, there's a reason why smoke is basically almost a must pick for most teams. And oh, the C4 coming out there. Jason gets a face full of that, but it wasn't close enough to really get him. Oh, Pines lucky. The drop shot on the party. Oh,
Oh, that's unlucky, as it's now left into a 4 versus 3 here. That is Barty off the board. Not exactly sure how many impacts and frag grenades and whatnot that weren't expended quite yet. It does look like most of them, as there are still, it appears, all 3 deployable shields left up. Angel's just
Angel
choosing not to shoot the ADSs there, which, I mean, probably has a reason to do it, but at the same time, yeah, it's because Jason's just gonna swing in, and Edric gets one of his own, pushing up the white stairs, leaving Wolf and Sean in a 2 versus 3, excuse me. As swings coming out from top white stairs, Jason is going to plant, leaving it basically a 2v2, but now it's a 1v3, as Edric gets one more onto Wolf, leaving just the AUG 2 of Sean inside of lower attic, trying to get anything that he possibly can, but this is almost an unwinnable situation. The attackers are just holding their angles right now, and
Nope.
that was a very good angle to hold, as it did end up leading to Sean's death there. And it's now match point for Kinetic.
yeah, it was good. It was good
Or
attack.
Kineti,
It was
my bad.
Kineti, yeah. It's easy to add that extra C at the end there, but hey, it was a much more responsible plant from Jason this time. He did not jump the gun, despite I would say that being an option. He took it much more cautiously, waited until they had effective sightline coverage of all the angles they needed right there, and just put the plant down. And well, from that point, it was basically academic, wasn't it? Sean was trapped in attic, couldn't really push out. And again, you do have to say, losing Kanai Kocho at the very beginning, that hurt, right? They didn't have the smoke to deny that plant, and you felt it right there at the end. And you just, of all the people you don't want to lose first, that's probably the top of the list. I can't think of anybody else who I'd want less in that scenario. But we'll go back to basement here this time, and we'll see what they've got. That way, back on the Goyo, looks like we'll be seeing that setup one more time. Putting at least one shield facing blue and then the other one going up. No, maybe not. He thought about it. There it is. Facing out in towards bunker. Maybe Kineti have learned their lesson from last time, and we'll put a little bit more pressure on that tower angle, or at least I should say, a little bit more coherent pressure and not perhaps swinging early and causing disaster and what have you. And I mean, there are other angles to play. Nobody's really played out of laundry at all this entire match. Now that I think about it, Kizo, I don't think we've seen anybody try and push that area.
I Not quite yet. We haven't really seen anything in
Freezer.
the way of any sort of pinch coming
Yeah.
out of either of these teams. We have just seen a very one-dimensional push through barrels and back tower stairs, which not exactly the worst push. We've seen some aggression come out from like meeting hatch and whatnot, but it seems like these teams have a very similar attack strategy, similar lineups, similar operator lineups and similar timing on it, as well as now they do have full back tower control. They have meeting hall control. They're going to push and take top main control and set up flank watch onto those main stairs leading down into laundry. And you're going to have your Zofia quick peeking onto pillars. That's also something that is very consistent between those two teams. As the C4 rings out, doesn't hit anything. Deadway now doesn't have a C4 and also doesn't have a life as he gets taken out in response to him taking out Barty. And leaving it in a 4 versus 4 with a minute and 45 seconds left. Not exactly the end of the world, but now that is probably maybe the end of the world as Sean and make a trade. And Kanai gets one out of Jason. 3
Yeah,
versus 2.
Kind of opening it up a little bit there, or at least finally putting his team at the advantage. Angel now checking into Freezer. Sees the shots coming by and will decide that the other direction may yield more fruit. Actually going to try and throw out the frag here. You see the hard breach coming in as well. So the Hibana still in play. Kanai goes down. And now we're in a more even spot here. Wolves still holding hard in the freezer is going to be a difficult situation for them if they want to try and push in that direction. Another frag coming up. Kanai was revived. The first smoke coming out there. The second smoke coming in just as fast. The diffuser now in control of Angel. Angel finds the wall hard and waiting for him. He'll throw out the Maverick blowtorch there and just open up a hole. Not fast enough to get that peak. 44 seconds left on the clock. Pressure mounting here. It is match point for Kinetics. They just want to finish this, and they're being denied the easy take. Edry now pushed up, covering Freezer. The shot's going right by. Edry, look
way.
Oh, he was watching the wrong side. Angel does get the kill, but it's not enough. Bynes is there to finish it off, and Bynes has kind of come alive here on the defense, which is good to see. Great swing right there, actually, to pick that up. That MP5 just working magic in his hands right now.
Does look like we are going to go into a pause for Kineti right here, as so that's going to be their pause used up. I can understand why. They're on the verge of overtime here with Pack Smokers. They need to win this next round. They need to somehow disrupt their momentum, as it seems like they have just been smoking them on the defense. Oregon is a defensive heavy map.
It is.
But it is not this defensive heavy. This is unnatural for both teams, quite honestly. It seems like with a lot of relatively newer, not very established teams, you will see that a lot where they are much more established on the defense. The attacking side requires a lot more intimate knowledge of your teammates. It requires just being able to be flexible and move those roles when needed and move players around the map and also attacking strats are just overall harder to make. So if you don't have a designated like pretty good support staff or anything like that, you are going to fall short a bit on your attacks, especially compared to a team that plays very well on defense. And these are both very good defense teams on a very good or a relatively good defense map. I'm not going to call it very good when Villa exists, but a decently good defender-sided map. But it shouldn't be going quite like this.
Yeah, you would kind of expected Kineti to at least have picked up the kitchen, like in terms of site prep. The way it was set up too, like it should have been an easier take than it was. They didn't get it. It kind of felt stunted. And I think something you spoke about earlier as well is playing into this, Kizo, which is that these two teams seem to basically be following, if not identical strats, very similar strats on attack, at least on attack. And you kind of got to wonder if that's playing into it as well, right? They kind of know what their opponents are going to do, at least to a certain extent. And it also just has been a couple of sort of unfortunate incidents, like things that felt kind of unlucky. I mean, you don't want to ascribe too much causality to that. But we saw, for example, I believe it was Angel who swung into Armory, got picked off by Bynes, just kind of bad luck. Bynes hit the drop shot. Iana not able to hack it right there. And we
That
saw it too at the end of that round. Hibana or Edry on the Hibana was looking at the right side, not the left. Like, oh, it's just a 50-50 chance, and you pick the wrong one and you get punished for it brutally. And it looks like they are ready to get back started up here again, and they're back up to the top floor now. And well, they also could do with just popping some of these Goyo shields. I feel like the Goyo shields are displaying a surprising immortality across a lot of these rounds. Usually we see fire from at least one of them, and I think I can count maybe on one hand the number of times we've seen a Goyo shield go up in flames.
Twice, I believe.
Oh, there you go, one hand.
I believe we've seen it maybe twice.
Strange. It's strange.
They
just don't go.
That's an issue we've seen from both teams. I feel
Yeah.
is just they're decent at getting open walls, especially on the top floor. But when it comes to burning utility, they are useless. Both of these teams, they bring an Ashe, they bring a Zoe, deployable shields, stay alive the whole damn round. They have 2 sets of frags normally from that Yana and that Maverick, and they have plenty of burning potential with the smoke grenades and the flashes from the Hibana and the Ace. Like, they should be able to get these Malusis, get these shields, get whatever else they need to get, and they just don't.
Yeah,
It's
that's very true.
so I'm not
Harsh, but
sure.
fair.
I'm not sure if it's a strategic oversight, or if it's just the team's not reacting well in the heat of the round. But last time we saw this site played, all 3 shields stayed up the entire round.
Which is kind of mystical. Like, truly, to be honest, does not happen, especially with a site that has multiple sight lines for those kind of characters who have the explosions. And I think we mentioned
that
it.
makes
One
it
just
3.
went up right there.
That makes it 3. As much
Is that
shit
like the
as we were
reverse
just
caster
talking,
curse?
they finally get a Goyo shield gone. I'm
That's
so
crazy.
proud of you! Yay! And so that's going to be 1 Ashe charge used for that. Doesn't even look like they burned any. Nope, no ADSs had to be burned. They just shot it right off. There's a 2nd Ashe charge actually going to take out a Malusi. Wow, look at that U2 usage. And if that Ashe charge wasn't ADS. Wolf, where did you put your ADSs? They've just. What?
Are they too far back from the door? Like, actually, real talk, that might be what's happening.
He might not
right
have
there.
gotten the shield there. Barty taking a lot of damage. Maker's already dead, and that's going to be a lot of your hard breach usage.
So,
Wait, where did the freaking shield go? Oh, Ace used both of his smokes on the ADSs, and Hibana's also missing all of her flashes now. And there's a 3rd Goyo shield gone. We were talking so much smack about those shields not making it out, but at the same time, oh, this Yana's dead. 100%, 110%. This Yana dies here. What?
oh,
How?
still got 1, but that was really lucky.
Wolf gets 2 in response, and Barty gets taken down by Kanai, and it leaves it all up to Jason on the Ace. Best gun in the game, but I don't think it's gonna happen. In other words,
It's not a magic wand, is it? It's just a gun. At the end of the day, it doesn't make miracles happen. It might be Easter, but I don't think we're gonna see that right here. No miracles for this. Jason just hard holding this angle in the closet, waiting for somebody to peek into him. Basically, does not get the pick there, and he will reload and try his luck on another angle now. Just fishing for an initial kill to maybe set up the miracle run. Oh, the slow peek. What are you doing, lad? No, you just got to quick peek that, and he'll get annihilated by Kanekocho.
Yeah, that's gonna leave 1 more round in favor of Pack Smokers. And as much as I never thought it was gonna happen, we're here. Overtime.
I didn't think it was gonna happen either.
Can I just point out that Wolf is now on 15 kills?
Oh boy,
congratulations.
That's a heck of a lot of kills. That's a lot. That's 6 more than anybody else in the lobby as well. So really been fragging hard here today.
Yeah, indeed. And that's just, I mean, good for him. Good for him. But 8 of those were on the attacking half, which they did lose 5-1. So I don't think kills are a good vector of performance, as a lot of people would say. KD doesn't really mean anything, but unless
Mhm.
you're like going 0-8 every single time, and then that does mean something. But uh, yeah, we're gonna see a bottom floor defense here. They did succeed on it last time they played it. They also just succeeded on their top floor defense, but by a bit of a smaller margin. As we're gonna have to see. Let's count. How many pieces of soft breach utility do they have? 2 Zoph, 3 Ash, and 2 Yana leaves them with 7 chances to destroy 3 shields. Let's see if they're able to do it. They also have 6 flashbangs and 2 concussions. So they have 8 chances to burn all the ADSs. If all the shields don't get destroyed, I yikes. Yeah, yikes. There is a Lamai on the board. There isn't. There is a Jaeger on the board, but at the same time, if you're not able to get those shields that you need destroyed, good job on the defenders, but the attackers really should not be letting that happen here. That's relatively standard to be able, at least the pillar shield. The shield on the pillar store. If they don't get that, that's very indicative of who's going to win this match. I see it that way at least. But
I would agree with that assessment. And again, we're seeing the same old thing. Innovation, not part and parcel here. Did not buff the innovation stat at all. Angel just going to push up here, secure meeting so that they can try and get the hatch open into E once more. Maker coming around here as well. It'll be Barty hanging on the stairs, at least temporarily. Throws down the ass charge. It's literally a carbon copy of what we've seen previously. Oh, I say that. Actually, Maker's peeled right off. That's
yeah,
interesting.
it looks like they're right now just trying to open up that E-box hatch, get any control that
There.
they have, maybe bait out a bit of a flank. And I would say, you said that it's the same push. It is the same push. Normally, I would say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it broke.
Yeah, it's a
It
bit
very broke,
broken.
and it just feels like they don't have an alternative. I have a weird feeling Maker's actually gonna get a pick off this angle right now. They do have Datway playing inside of Harry Potter, but Sean, I really need to figure out which one it is. Still playing inside. Oh no, he's gonna die. There's a kid Harry Potter. Yep, Datway swings out, kills Maker. Sean takes a lot of damage. But Datway gets another one. Refrags onto Barty. Sean, Jason, and Angel all show up in the scoreboard. I have no idea who's alive and who's not. 2 versus 2. Angel taken out. Jason in a 1 versus 2 against Wolf and Binds. Cool. Nice. Awesome. I love the
A
English
flurry of
language.
a flurry of destruction right there, wasn't it? Good lord. Everybody dropped in a half a second. It's like a scene out of a movie almost. Suddenly everybody was dead. Jason now going to push these back stairs. He'll try for just a different angle here, and it looks like he's already been anticipated. Wolf is watching it. Oh, he'll look off there for a second. No, he won't. Yikes.
Did Wolf not see him?
I
If
don't
Wolf didn't
know
see him
what
cross,
happened.
okay, no. They know he's crossed. That Malusi's going to play extremely close here. Does
Oh,
get
Jason,
taken
get it!
out. No, Binds. You can't lose that, but he doesn't
Jason,
see
no!
the Jaeger, and Wolf clutches out the round for Pack Smokers. And for the first time this match, we see Pack Smokers have a lead over Kineti. Wow.
Oh my
Jeez.
lord. I
Oh
can't sometimes.
my. That
Yeah, yeah.
Malusi just
And then he
they
just
don't
walked back into Wolf. He wins a gunfight. He has absolutely no reason
if he had an
to
angled grip there,
win.
he would have won that.
Oh, and then he
I'm
just
calling it right now. If he had an angled
darn.
grip, that was his round.
Oh my lord. Well, to quote the Duke of Wellington after Waterloo, they came on in the same old way and they were seen off in the same old way right there. Slightly more spectacular fashion, but pretty much exactly how it went. To the point now where you kind of have to anticipate if pack smokers are on the defense down there in the basement, they basically know exactly what it's going to look like. And they can kind of play around it. And we saw that as well. Sean kind of maybe briefly forgot that there was somebody who was going to shoot him from the top of the stairs, and then immediately realized the error of his ways and went back into the defense. But finally, Kineti get a chance to go back onto the defense here, and they not only is it match point, but like genuinely, they probably just need the win to stabilize. Their mental must be looking like Swiss cheese right now, all things considered. Because good lord, that was a rough series of rounds for them.
I'm gonna take a short moment here and pull a bit of a kickstar move, and I'm just gonna flame both of these teams for a moment. They have no depth. They have one strategy to push. They have one strategy to defend for each site. They have no depth, and it shows. When they're pushing and they get stalled out, they don't rotate. They just keep on pushing the same thing, and they die to stuff that they shouldn't necessarily die to. They should be able to rotate over, like, oh, okay, we're not able to flush this guy out of pillar. Let's rotate over to freezer and main. Let's do a different push, or maybe that defense didn't work out. Let's rotate to a different site, come back and do a slightly different defensive strat. They don't really show that they know how to adapt to the other teams. As we've seen basically no adaptations. We've seen extremely similar operator lineups, if not the same operator lineups for effectively the whole game. And it's working as well as you'd expect it to. As I say that, Wolf is now pushing down Freezer and gets the entry onto Maker, who's playing on a Rooney, which we haven't seen yet this game. I need to shut up sometimes and just watch the goddamn game.
I think it's legitimately the first time anybody's even put a foot in Freezer the entire match.
It is, and they're finally pushing main and Freezer side. So
They've been
maybe they
saving
do
it.
have a little bit of depth, but
They've been saving it just for you.
they,
It's like
they've
wait
been-
until he goes all
they've
in,
been-
and then we're hitting Freezer.
Yo, wait until they just go like kickstar mode and then just rotate Freezer. Show him how it's done in the final round. Barty does get a refrag on the binds, who's currently on 5-9, bit of a shabby performance, but not too bad. At least he didn't go 0-11 like Expo in the GSA League back when he was on Secret. And I'm never gonna forget that one. And yeah, the Ash, they're going to win out the gunfight despite the pre-fire coming out of Barty. Maybe just not the right play there. Is Wolf taken down to under one shot. Sean also taken down under one shot. As Wolf is going to pick one up off of that engagement. Pre-firing absolutely everything, but in my opinion, this is in favor of the defenders, as now it's pulled back into a 2 versus 2, and now in 1 versus 2 as Edry takes out 2 more. I believe he's on 3 so far this round, as Datway's just gonna try to get anything that he possibly can this round, but 30 seconds left on the clock. Does appear to know where the Wamai is, but Angel is a bit of an X factor here. He could make or break this round for his team if the Wamai's not able to secure it on his own, but no, he is. Edry swings out just a bit slower than the Ash watches, and that is going to lead him to getting that kill. Beautiful play there as he... Oh, yikes. That's a bit messy.
You trust your 3-speed too much. You're like, I can run past this.
Hey, yo,
I'll
zoom.
get there. I'll zoom past. Nope.
Yeah,
It's this way he gets the kill. Oh lord, it's
Ash is
it's
no longer a
ugly.
4-speed.
Locker of 4-speed, yeah. It's been ugly. It's been an ugly match. It's got all the way. I mean, it's got all the way. What? That's cool, I guess. But it's, yeah. I'm not gonna go full guns blazing here because I don't think they won't come for you with knives out, but they might for me. So I'll
Oh no,
hold
they're
my...
gonna get Wolf doesn't like me. He's coming out knives
Oh,
out
no.
for me. Yeah, no. He's
I'll
gonna be in my
hold my
DMs
tongue.
all night long. But
I appreciate that they tried to push through the freezer there, and I think that was a good call to finally try something different when your opponents probably feel like things have become routine. It didn't really work out, but I mean, just a lot of these things are feeling, it's some very chaotic siege we're seeing in this match. It very much feels like they kind of are just being thrown into a bottle and then somebody shakes it and you just kind of see what comes out at the end. And it's whoever's left standing. It's been strange, but anyway, on the defense are the pack smokers. This site has been really good to them pretty much all night long. If they were ever going to just close it down, this is probably where they wanted. This is where they want to be to do it. Oh no, never mind. I was thinking they were upstairs. I'm an idiot. No,
Nope,
they are
they're
down in
mid-floor.
kitchen. Actually, this site has been okay to them as well. So
I mean, this side has been good for both teams. As
it has been good for both teams. Yeah. So maybe this is where they want to be. I don't know.
every side has been good for both teams. Who are we kidding? As
Jay,
Yeah, it
yeah,
does
at
look
least
like
in
it-
terms of defense.
Barty takes like 0.5 HP of damage. whatever. I'm not exactly sure what that was from, but they now have full small tower control within the first 30 seconds. That's pretty good. Wolf has a bit more reinforcements up where he is. That's going to allow him to play a bit more effectively in that position. But, oh no. Oof. Yikes. The entry death to the Claymore.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. Let's see Wolf get a 20 bomb. Yeah, he's on 19 and 8 right now. Amazing performance. I was hyping him up before the game a little bit, or saying that he would potentially be an extremely good player, but he's really shown up here, and hopefully he's able to show up in this round and take it home for Pack Smokers. But at the same time, with that entry death, I'm just not entirely sure it's going to be possible. See, oh, wow. Yeah, lots of team flashes going in there. There's going to be a lot of utility just dumped into the freezers as Edry's put on 1 health. And, a bit of a stall out from the attackers here. As I've said before, people tend to push the small tower and just not have any pinch and not be able to get anything off of it. But as I say, that Angel gets another one, puts it into a 5 versus 3. Kineti also on 1 HP, as I now have full freezer control. Or not freezer, shower. I'm an idiot. Wolf is gonna push down here. Good movement there, pushing forward, knowing exactly what's happening. Swinging out, doesn't see the Maverick, flicks back, but also put on to a bit lower HP. Tries to fight the Maverick here, not going to be able to work out as Angel gets a last kill on the Wolf, and it's shown in a 1 versus 4. Tries to pre-fire the one on the window, but it's Kineti taking it home in the final round of overtime. Drawn out from a 5-1 start all the way to 8-7 in the end. And they're finally going to be able to bring it home.
Yeah, finally able to take a break. That was a rough series of rounds for them, but a good win there on the attack. I thought they were in trouble, to be honest, for a second, just the way that things had stalled there for them. The defenders, unfortunately, there was a moment where they hit a really good impact trick, and he did break 20, by the way, Wolf. All credit to him, so well done. There was a moment where they hit a great impact trick on Habana into the shower wall, and meanwhile, Thermite just blew an entry into Dining Hall at the exact same time. But anyway, any final thoughts here, Kizo, before we wrap this one up?
That was an interesting game. I'm glad to see Wolf back into a bigger league. I think he's improved a lot, and I'm really excited to see what he's able to do with this roster. And honestly, all of these players look extremely talented, and I'm really excited to see these rosters play a bit more so that I can, get to know them a bit more and be able to cast them more effectively in the future.
Yeah, it was a close game. It was a bit ugly, but Kineti will come out with the win at the end. And I think there's a lot for these two teams to learn from that. There's a lot of good footage to go over there and figure some things out and maybe come up with some new, more innovative approaches to attacking sites. But that will do it here for now. I do say that, but there'll be plenty more Rainbow Six Siege action here on All World Gaming this Sunday. But this is the end for Kizo and I. So from the crew for this particular match, thank you so much for watching. Do stick around. Catch the next teams coming up in just a few minutes.